it is just pure insanity. And mind you, it's similar to what they passed in Canada. They say that there are religious protections that they've included in there. But during a joint committee hearing, Sarah Chidgey from the Attorney General's Department expressly stated that protections are there for religious groups such as Jews or Sikhs, but not for Catholics and definitely not for Christians more broadly. So what I want to point out here is that all of these hate speech bills that keep passing in these Western countries are at their very core anti-Christian bills. And how do we know that? Well, we simply have to go to other examples like Canada and the UK to understand how they keep doing this. The example out of Canada, it's really egregious. They actually used an example of an Islamic preacher who basically called for violence against Zionist aggressors. This was his words. And then he claimed that his remarks were a prayer and therefore could not, under the existing law, be classed as hate speech. The prosecutor actually agreed that this was his religious prayer and he could not be prosecuted. So what they did was they said, we need hate speech laws. But what they did was expressly carve out in their legislation exemptions for Islamic preachers and certain verses of the Bible. And that's what Australia's doing as well. They've carved out exemptions for Islamic preachers, but they're saying that Christians will not be protected. In the UK, just today, I heard the report that there was a protest. People were saying, God is great in Arabic, which is an Islamic statement. And a man responded, God bless you. And he was arrested, Clayton. The man who said, God bless you, was arrested. These Western countries are coming after Christianity with these bills.